It was to be successful on the court. That was you know, a big time thing for me, and I wanted to push, strive, you know, do whatever I can for my mom, and you know, make her proud. So it was, you know, tough going through spot for me. I had to get out of there. I mean, it was, and all I could do is pretty much break down and cry. I mean, like, it got worse and worse, you know, through the months. And I mean, I fought through that, fought through mental stuff, fought through, you know, just things that would throw the regular person off. Went through that. It was, you know, a reach. I mean, I, you know, did whatever I could just to be successful. And I mean, I'm here, so.
Oh, that's stopped by Pringle.
Tremendous extension on that block.
Numbers, Pringle! Pringle! Whoa!
Wow! Going to the...
Best of our ability.
I bought a praying at Kingles.
Man, we have Mr. Nick Pringle himself, man. How you doing, brother? How are we doing today, man? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Good to be here, man.
Yeah, man. It's a pleasure, man. It's not easy getting you big time soon to be celebrities on here. Oh man, we manifesting it over here. We speaking existence. So man, you're back here in the state of South Carolina. Right,
Yeah.
Here on the Journey Purple podcast, where you know we're gonna self-reflect and go on this journey to uncovering who you are, man, and where you're gonna go, man, and put on for the city, put on for your family. You know what I'm saying? Put on for yourself. Or you just, how's life treating you? Matter of fact, how's life treating you being back home? How's that?
It's really been good, man. I mean, definitely been enjoying, you know, the environment of being home, you know, family, you know, a lot of support.
Yeah.
It's something I feel like I've been missing, you know, this past, you know, 4 years. So, you know, being here, being back at home, being able to rep my city, I mean, it means the world to me. So, I mean, I'm definitely enjoying it and definitely taking it day by day.
That's gonna be dope, man. Me and you met at the event, the community event that's held here. The team of Gavin Holloway and Willie Noble, and I Am Royalty. We met you, and you was last year or year before last, and you came in. Your brother, shout out to your brother, one of the top barbers next to my cousin Teasy. He had his apparel, and I didn't even really recognize you or know you, not to discredit, but Willie, you know, Mr. Noble knows everybody. So he was like, Sharon, this is a guy you need to meet. And I remember me and you and him just talking. I just thought it was dope hearing your conversation. And then you went off to Alabama shortly after that. You came and supported the community, showed face, got some stuff sold. And then we ran across each other. I was getting ready to go do a job in Vegas at
I remember that.
And I just walked in. You looked like, you know, you were just chilling, you know. And I was like, we looked. I said, "Oh, what's up, Nick?" I was like, "Man, I watched you run, man. You had to throw out, man. You was killing it." And we had a good little time, but that was where we just kind of chopped it up. And I was just listening to your story, man, and I was just like, wow, like, that's dope. We even moved people around so we could sit together.
We did, definitely.
Thank you for the Bojangles. Thank you for the Bojangles.
Oh, that was cool, though. That was definitely, I mean, it was maybe God plan.
Yeah.
So.
Because I didn't expect you. I didn't expect any of that, but it was dope. But even with that, right, I was around somebody that I just looked at as a local, as a friend, as a person, just like, not saying underdog you, but you know, you're human. You got your journey.
And that's really how I like to be perceived. You know, I don't like all the flashy, the fame.
Yeah.
I just want to, you know, feed my family and, you know, make things happen. So.
Yeah, and that's very humble of you, because you have a bigger goal. But when we was in Charlotte or wherever, Charlotte, I think, or Alabama, Charlotte.
I think it was Charlotte.
Yeah, people were walking up and was like, "Hey man, you had a great boss. Oh, John, can I get a picture with you?" That's kind of when I started to see like the recognition of that you was gonna be somebody, and it's a testament to winning, right?
Yeah.
If you win and you start getting eliminated you weed out the 64, the 32, the 16, the 8, Final Four.
That was,
man.
That was a great run, man. It was different. Some, I never think, that wasn't really on my checkerboard. So I mean, just being at Alabama, it was big time. But going to the Sweet 16 and the Final Four and 2 back-to-back years, like that's a dream come true for sure.
Yeah. Damn, we're getting bigger dreams, but it started back home, right?
Yeah.
It started being back home in Seabrook. So what was your upbringing like growing up in Seabrook?
Yeah, I mean, it was, definitely an experience. I mean, coming from a small town, I mean, it's definitely hard, making it out there, I grew up, with just my brother and my mom, so that's all I really had. I have family around, a lot of family. I mean, a lot of cousins.
Okay.
So coming up, wasn't even really, basketball.
So it was like that.
More football.
What?
I didn't really, yeah.
We're gonna get into that.
I didn't really, play basketball. Well, I played basketball, but it wasn't, I wasn't as good. So I kind of, all my friends played football as well. So, I just wanted to be around them and, just do stuff with them. So I played football. I tried out, for my 7th grade year, play basketball, and I got cut.
Yeah.
So I think that was kind of a little turning moment of, okay, I got to improve here. I got to, get stronger. I got to get bigger. But I did play football for my 7th grade, 8th grade year, and 8th grade year I actually made the team. So
you made B team?
I made a
Okay.
team.
Okay. What position you played?
I played in what?
In football.
Football, I played cornerback. Cornerback and tight end. Yeah.
Tight end easy, but corner. Corner's like 5'10".
Yeah, I was middle school. I was like 5'9".
Oh.
Yeah, 5'8", 5'9". I didn't really start growing until high school. So
okay.
I got to high school. I mean, I was actually about 5'10", 5'11" my freshman year.
Okay.
And I just continued to grow literally every year.
Yeah.
6'2" to 6'5" to 6'8". And I graduated around like 6'8", 6'7"-ish, and it was definitely a journey. I mean, I actually tried playing football in high school. I mean, it didn't really work out. High school coach took my cleats, seeing how much I was growing and stuff. So it was, it was a different journey. I mean, of course, I wanted to be out there with my guys, but I mean, if my high school coach taking my cleats, that's kind of a sign.
So when he took your cleats, it wasn't like because you were trash or nothing, but it was him like
preventing injury, preventing like me.
Wow.
Risking something for the future. So, I mean, I do respect that for sure. I mean, I can let my homeboys, I still went out there and support them and stuff. So, it was a really, it was really good. Just, having that experience. And, I really say I started, taking basketball serious, like my 10th grade year.
Okay.
That's the year my brother passed. And,
oh, wow.
It was really tough on me. And I knew that's something that he, really wanted out of me. It was to be successful on the court, and that was a big time thing for me, and I wanted to push, strive, do whatever I can for my mom to make her proud. So it was tough going through that. It was a reach. I mean, I did whatever I could to be successful, and I mean I'm here, so I mean I think I'm definitely doing the right things, but it's been really good, man.
Going into, you said, man, your brother passed. Was it like natural cause or?
It was actually police brutality.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Nah, bro, I hate hearing that, bro. I know that was you 10th grade.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
11th, yeah.
10th going 11th. I think that's when I lost my best friend and my dude.
Yeah.
The same year. It was pivotal for me. So I can definitely relate with you in that regard, bro. Like, big ups for you to get through that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people not get past that.
Yeah, I mean, I could have definitely, chosen another route, after that happened. But, I just knew it was bigger plans for me. I mean, bigger plans for my family. And I didn't want to let that, affect, everybody. I mean, it was, that's deaths are, when families come together a lot more. So, I mean, I definitely had a lot of support to keep going forward. But, I feel like I still had to be that, that kickstand for everybody to lean on at the same time, even though I was young and I was his brother. But, I didn't feel like those emotions, came out. I really held them in, trying to be strong for everybody else, at a young age. So, It was pretty tough, but I'm definitely still pushing, getting through, and doing everything I can for him. So
Dang, man, that's shout out. What's his name?
Trey,
Man, shout out Trey, man. Dang, man, that police brutality is real, man. And then what that happened in Seabrook as well. You're gonna get overlooked, right? It ain't New York. It ain't something big.
I really was there, like watched it happen. And it was,
yeah, man. Be praying on you for that, bro. I didn't know that. But it's a testament to your character, that you, instead of using that to crumble, you built that up. You know what I'm saying? And use that, because I'm sure, because I know for me and time, I know for you, that comes. People got to feel it on the court sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I do play through a lot of emotion, so I mean that does play a part. I know I live off energy, and I feel like he was that type of guy that brought me all the energy I needed. So I just try to carry that and include him in my legacy.
Yeah, he whoop your ass.
Nah, never. Nah, he used to play football in high school actually, but he rapped.
Yeah.
He was a joyful dude, man. Just brought energy anywhere he went. Everybody loved him in the city. So
damn, man, that's crazy, man. What kind of rapper would he have been like if you had to guess? Like
he was very inspired. He was inspired by Future, so he would have came out like Future did. Honestly, yeah.
Make it lean on us. That's what's up, man. You can't go wrong with that. Future's pretty hot, pretty dope artist. So man, you had that experience. You wearing that weight on your shoulder, man, is a lot at an early age for yourself, man. I once again want to say, give you that kudos to that. Your mom, I know that was tough on her. Your brother, like that's a big deal, bro. I just want to make sure that you know that, man. I'm proud to see you do that and get through everything. You got a lot going for you. It's so unfortunate. Life will throw curveballs at you, and a lot of the times, I think people who are able to deal with curveballs and adjust in a positive way has a certain level of strength and gift than other people who may need certain structure to be this way, be that way, give. Because when people get curveballs in their life, it's a defining moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even for the curveball of your height, right? That might have been a curveball. Do you have tall people in your family?
Oh yeah, I definitely do. My dad is like 6'8". My mom like 5'9".
Oh, that's tough for a woman.
It's pretty tall. And my whole dad's side is pretty tall. So I mean, it's definitely
in the genes.
Both sides of my family, honestly.
Yeah.
My uncles. So
okay.
Yeah.
So even that curveball changes the game because your coach sees something in you.
Yeah.
And you wanted to be out there with the boys and you wanted to play football. You wanted this for yourself. God had other plans for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's a curveball. And sometimes we don't want to respect that because we so adamant that we want this. And he's like, yo, I got something even better for you. But we'll keep chasing what, that goes again. But to show that you was willing just to kind of go with the flow, that says a lot about you, bro.
Yeah.
It says a lot about you on the low, man. That's not weak, bro. That's real.
Yeah, for sure.
That's real, bro. I want to give credit for that.
It's definitely been a journey, man. Like a lot of people wouldn't even believe. Like I started dunking the end of my 11th grade year. Like
really?
I had 2 dunks.
So you weren't athletic?
It wasn't athletic at all. Shot a lot of mid-range shots.
Maybe your coach didn't take away your cleats because you got tall. He might have seen you couldn't run routes.
Barely got off the ground. I was just unathletic for real. And, as I started, lifting weights, I had a weightlifting class. I mean, I could start to see my improvement. And that's when I just kind of fell in love with the weight room a little bit. So I gained some weight. Going in my senior year, I mean, it was just a dunk fest. I mean, I just grinded that whole summer, trying to be good at something I wasn't. And that was actually like my 11th grade going to 12th. Like that was my first year actually playing AAU for like a actual organization. And it really, put me out on the map, showed the potential I had. I mean, I was considered a late bloomer. So it was very good for me to, get out there, because I was, playing in small leagues and in my city, and it's not much exposure there. So it was kind of tough, just traveling to Charleston. And I mean, but I got into TMP of Charleston and we traveled to a lot of other places, and that really helped with my exposure as well. So
So you said AAU kind of helps.
Oh yeah,
exposure
definitely.
that AAU market is getting real.
Push AAU on a lot of people. I mean, yeah, skill development is important. Like you wouldn't want to play for a shitty AAU team, but I mean, it's good to get out and get exposed. Play against some different people. Because where you're from usually it's not. You're used to that. There's not much comp, so you want to expand. Your game and the field of it. So it's been. I'm really blessed that I got the opportunity to play that 1 year AAU that ultimately changed my life to be able to go to college. I feel like I would have still went anyway, but they gave me different avenues to choose from, and I think I had about like 6 schools to choose from. My senior year, and I ended up picking Wofford. It was out of Wofford in Northern Kentucky. I had South Carolina State too, I believe, and Queens University was actually my first offer. So
out there in North Carolina.
Yeah, so I mean, I had some offers that that actually changed my life. I mean, there wasn't much people getting offered basketball wise
back then.
in my city.
Sure.
Yeah, so it was definitely a game changer. I mean, that's kind of how I realized who I was and what my potential could be. So I just embraced it and went on with it, and I'm sitting right here today. So definitely blessed for it.
Go to Wofford. You know what I'm saying? And you had that journey.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something I want to talk about. Like, my first year of college was.
What was that like? I've heard some stories about.
It was definitely, it was definitely a college experience. First year, I wouldn't say, I handled all my business, but I had my fun. I didn't really, I wasn't too far from home, so I felt kind of comfortable. So, I didn't really, necessarily take things serious as I should. My work ethic, it wasn't great. So it wasn't great in school. So I really had to learn and adjust to pretty much everything that was coming my way for real. I mean, and I wasn't the type of person that would communicate and get people to help me or, you know, just try to, be proactive about what I was doing. I kind of let everything happen, and at the end of it, everything just, kind of closed in on me, and, just, having that, meeting with my coach at the end of the year was like, just shocking of, what he told me. It was like, it just wasn't a spot for me. I had to get out of there. I mean, and all I could do is pretty much break down and cry. I mean, I put it on myself, but I didn't think it was that bad to where I had to be let go. So, that moment that really changed my perspective on a lot of things. From doing the bare minimum, from not doing schoolwork, not studying, not learning on the court on your own. Just it was a struggle for real. And I mean, I felt like I let everybody down, my parents, my city, people that look up to me. So I mean, I can't even remember how many calls I made to try to figure out what was next. Because it was either
again, man.
It was either I go to another school, and make the same mistakes, or take the JuCo route and get it out the mud and actually grind for it.
And to cut you off, when you went from Wofford to JuCo, like mentally, real talk, like some people will once again remember path change, and it's hard to make those adjustments. And some people that might have crumbled them. Like, I'm gonna go back home, make money. I'm gonna go back to familiarity, right, and get comfortable, and that could have led. But you had options, and all the times our options are not the best, but you can make the most of them. You just said that you knew what you was gonna do, so you was intentional. So what was that like for you mentally? Making like you said, it hurt. You cried, and I appreciate you on that because men do cry. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts when it hurts. But you went to JuCo, like that had to humble you, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it was definitely a tough choice. I just came down to the fact that JuCo is definitely what I need. I mean, I need to get my credits together. I need to get my work ethic. Just work on all the little things that I needed to work on to actually be successful. To be able to come back to B1 and still do what I know I can do.
Yeah.
So just making that adjustment, it was definitely tough. I had a couple choices, and the choices I did have, they were great programs. I could have went to Texas, but I ended up, going to Dodge City, Kansas, which is literally, the middle of nowhere. And I mean, when I say it was like a SpongeBob episode every day, like different weather, but different things going on, but literally the same thing. Like it was literally that every day. And I mean, I just had to adjust to that, and I had to, with me having all that time on my hand, I had to find other things to do in order to still grow and, become a better person, better player, and be good for my teammates as well. So, JuCo definitely it brought out that mindset of, I got to go get it. I got to grind. I got to, make it happen to ultimately be where I want to be. And, it was amazing, in the transition that I had. I mean, I, really grinded. I mean, the first couple jamborees, it wasn't even based off of, me scoring the ball. Like I just noticed the small details that coaches were actually looking for. And, I probably scored out of 2 games, I probably scored 6 points. But it was just how hard I played. Me running, rebounding, guarding everybody on the court, just my energy, my effort, and I mean that just showed me the different values that you can have to be successful. And it was great to see that, just seeing that you don't have to be a scorer to actually learning. Like I honestly didn't know much about basketball. Like I was just good at it, at what I do, and being unselfish and stuff like that. So me being able to see those different values that you can be, I mean, it just gave me other gateways to, try to not even being that top scorer, because you go to the league, you're not that guy. You're not going to be that guy. So it's about what else you can do to help your team improve or be the best your team can be. And I feel like, me going through that at JuCo, having a great year, and ultimately, gaining 20 plus offers. I had a lot of different choices to see where I wanted to be and what fit me the best, and I felt like Alabama was that school.
Dang, man, that's. I think a lot of players don't understand that. I never got to where you got basketball wise, but the access I was able to play with other individuals started with, just like you said, hard working. Right, I was gonna play defense. I wasn't afraid of nobody. I was gonna work hard, but then when they leave you open in the corner and you don't take 3, or you go 0 for 6, right? It makes you say, you got to have that chip. Like, nice. All right, y'all not going to disrespect me and walk away, because it plays with your mental. So I would leave with me and my boy Quan, who played overseas and played in the summer league with Steph Curry and Boston and all that stuff. We would go to the gym, and we'd work on our game. And he'd tell me right foot pivot, left foot pivot, coming down, and I would just shoot. Go in the game, once again, you're playing with these other guys who are far greater than you. But you get that one shot. It was like Ron Artest when he said Kobe at the ball. Yeah, I was like, now my confidence go up. And then they're like, man, we'll leave him open again. You hit 2 in a row, you get the trash stuff. Yeah, leave me open now. Leave me open. So the fact that you recognize the little things that's gonna get you on the floor. Kawhi Leonard told DeAndre Murray, like, hey man, you focus on defense and you do this, it gets you on the floor. And if you get on the floor and you know you got a bag, it gets you that opportunity. You could be the best offensive player, but don't get on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't play all the other areas. Right? Definitely. And I truly believe that that the new era or the new wave, I think that scouts and coaches are looking for, and this is just my perception watching the game, is that they're going to be looking for better defenders. And two-way players. Definitely. So everybody who focuses on the Kyrie, the Curry, the James Harden, that, man.
They already got all of those.
They got so many of those
players on teams with those type of caliber guys that can't do that, but they adjust to a role and got to play that role, So
I think you're in a great position, bro. You're in a great position. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into that in a second, because you definitely got to work on your threes.
I'm working on that for sure. They're going to be surprised when they see me get a couple of this year.
Yeah. I need at least 1 a game.
I probably took 2 in my whole career.
I know. So. I checked the stat.
It's going up this year. I mean, I'm taking, the rhythm ones, but my main goal is, getting my guys open, making it easy for them to score. And I feel like that's what I'm great at. So, me being able to do that while I also, hitting spot up shots. That's gonna be, it's gonna make my game go up even more.
Respect you, bro. Respect you. Couple posters.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get that.
They gonna
and a lot more force feeds.
Yeah, man.
So yeah,
we're gonna get into that. So man, we're going, man, taking that transition and that journey, bro. You know, in the great words of Stephen A. Smith, Alabama. I don't know if I should say that. It's loud in here right now. These people are come looking for me, but Alabama. I try to do better than him. But man, you went there, bro. Like, I've always looked at Alabama. Not that we'll get into it, but I mean, it's a stereotype. I used to think Alabama was always, racist, and all they wanted us was the black athletes because we were just athletes. But I've actually heard, some decent things about Alabama, Auburn, that area. I heard they love it. So, not coming for you. Hey, I didn't know. I'd never been there. Didn't know. It's down in the South. All I know is Martin Luther King, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama. That's all we know. That's what we grew up on. But man, tell us about that journey of leaving Seabrook, going through Wofford, getting dismissed, going through that, then going out there to SpongeBob World in Kansas, and then like that transition, whatever you did out there, you learned, you elevated the game, did some little things, you seems more vocal, and then you get to Alabama.
Yeah.
D1, the Alabama. Nick Saban's there, I think, before you leave. They known for football. You got Miller there. You got shout out to one of the high school sensations when he transferred from Villanova to Javon Cornerly, and you get there from all South Carolina. How was that mixture for you coming out of your comfort zone with egos?
I mean, I kind of, there wasn't really much, ego going into it. I mean, it was, more of a process of, I know what I'm getting into. Like, I know, I may play behind this guy. I know it was just more of, adjustment trying to, be better. I know I was coming from JuCo. I know I wouldn't, have a pop-off year. So it was basically me coming in, learning, trying to, soak everything in, trying to, just be who my teammates needed me to be, even if I didn't play much. Like, I think I still probably played 8 to 10 minutes, so it wasn't much, but, when I went in, I made it happen, so, I was very valuable in the minutes that I did play my first year, and, I learned a lot, from the guys, playing above me and, playing with, the number 2 pick in the draft, Brandon Miller, and, number 21st pick, Noah Clowney. I mean, you learn a lot off those two, especially them being younger than you. Like, you got that in your head, like, damn, man, these guys younger than me, and they going already, like, one and done. Like, I mean, but it was.
How does that help? How does that make you feel as a person? Like, because some people are going to experience this, right?
Yeah.
They're going to think they got the seniority age, and you got some sensations coming in younger than you. They're going to get the green light off the gate. You waiting your turn. Like, that's tap into that part of it as you go into the journey, because there's a lot of mental fortitude that goes through this. There's a lot of self-discipline and emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you handling this? Like, are you calling home? Are you having moments? Like, how do you keep that energy to just persevere?
Well, I really say, just start with bonds off the court. You just got to understand, what your team is about. What the ultimate goal is and where you're trying to go. And, I feel like I definitely had those moments where I felt like, okay, I feel like I'm playing better than him sometimes. I feel like I'm doing this and that better. Yeah. But it's not all, it's not ultimately about that. It's about what you can do for your team in the moment. And I feel like, the times I didn't play as much, I was always there supporting, helping coach, just doing all the little things to help my team elevate. And
you was getting them water too?
Say that again?
You was getting them water too?
Oh, nah, I wasn't doing all that.
You paused.
Nah, I mean,
towels.
I do that.
Okay. I mean, some people go out to do what they got to do.
If I gotta take my guy a bottle out to the outdoor, I'll take it. I'm doing anything. I'm a selfless guy. I mean, I wasn't raised to, to be, greedy, grimy, and nothing like that. So, just, it was definitely an adjustment, I mean, but I never, had that big head of, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. But, because I know I still had things to learn, my first year at Alabama, it was a bunch of terminology I didn't know, it was a bunch of sets, a lot of things that I didn't understand about basketball, and I had to learn. So, my first year there was definitely a learning experience, and, I definitely, enjoyed it. I mean, I had a lot of, coaches that was very supportive of me. I mean, it was great, being there, and we went all the way to the Sweet 16. We definitely fell short, but it was something that I learned from, and we went through a lot of challenges that year, and we all just had to come together and play together to try to reach our goal. So
Gotcha. With that being said, you coming in, when you came, you was senior, 4-year?
no, when I came in, I was a redshirt sophomore.
Red Alabama?
Yeah.
So as a redshirt sophomore, did they treat you like a freshman?
No, not necessarily.
I don't know how this goes.
I mean, I was.
You're a pretty tall guy, so I don't think too many people are trying you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? but I don't know how this stuff goes, man. They got this seniority, this, were they welcoming? Did you kind of had to let them know? Because people from South Carolina got little dogs.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, everybody already knew. I wasn't one of them to be played with. I mean, I was always, still loud, vocal.
Yeah.
It was it was a lot of things I had to learn though. I mean, said a lot of things that I had to learn. I had to say differently. I probably was saying some things, but it probably wasn't the right things. So as my journey went on, I had to learn right from wrong, and filter certain things out to be successful and be who I am today. And I'm appreciative of it. I mean, I definitely had a lot of coaches that helped me, and you don't just change overnight. So I had to get out a lot of habits, especially being from JuCo. JuCo guys is really a dog road. So it's like you're going to get it. You're talking trash. You're talking it's what's up. After that, so it's really it's been good though. It was a learning experience. I really enjoyed my first year there. At Alabama, and that's really just led me to come back my second year.
Yeah. That's dope. I'm laughing because I can just see it. I get it. Like you said, dog world. I believe it. Everybody fighting for them positions to get into these schools, and you from Seabrook, hey, you from South Carolina, you got some dog in you, boy.
I really say it really just starts off the personality of the team. Just being able to mesh together and not even know each other. So it was good for all that talent to be on that team and for us to actually work together. We was a deep team, probably play like 8 to 10 guys, and that's kind of rare for a basketball team. So, me being one of those guys that played, I mean, it was an amazing experience, especially being my first year at a high major school. So, it was very different. I mean, I learned a lot. I had to make a lot of adjustments. It wasn't perfect. I mean, I never say I'm perfect. So, it was definitely great though.
What advice would you say with people making that similar transition to you from JuCo into these types of schools or small towns? What kind of advice? And that's not advice, but maybe something for them to be more aware of or to prepare themselves for. I
would say always stay the course. Everybody got their own journey. Just do what you can do to your maximum potential. I mean, I just feel like as long as you handle your business while trying to uplift everybody around you, you're doing the right things. Yeah. So even if it's not you playing right away, or it's things like I played on scout team for 2 years. Yeah. And I love scout team. Like I love kicking the starters' ass. Yeah. That's one thing I love doing. So I just asked Coach the other day. Coach, put me on the black team. I'm trying to beat the winners. Yeah. So
I like it.
That's just something about me. I just always like to I like make a challenge for myself, and I feel like that's what got me this far. Just always challenging myself and trying to get the most out of a situation.
Jimmy Butler did it.
Oh yeah,
got with third string team, and woo! They don't like. Some people don't like that energy because it's too much. But look at them now. Like they let go of him in Timbers, Minnesota, made the trade. He was vocal in 76ers and put him in the right setting at Miami, and the Sixers ain't been to the finals. Timberwolves ain't been to the finals. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Butler's team been to the finals twice in 4 years, twice in 5 years, right? Conference finals, but he was in the right setting and mesh, and it didn't stop him. He just gets better and better. So, that's something that I also want to share to encourage, like, sometimes just the environment, you know what I'm saying? But learn, like you said, to adjust who you are to the setting. You know what I'm saying? Which is good. That means you can adapt to your setting, and then over time you'll get comfortable, and they'll accept you for who you are, for being you, and then your voice will be able to be heard, things like that. But that's interesting. Real quick, any teams when you make that transition from JuCo, AAU, all that stuff, any teams kind of like you wanted to see and or threw you off, or any player? You sometimes, like in high school, we used to see the white team pull up the kids. It was all 5 white boys. And I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And then you get smacked by 20. Like, how did that happen? Yeah, like sound poise and knock down all that shit.
You mean about high school or college?
College. At Alabama.
That I wanted to play? Or?
Yeah, when you got to Alabama, what team were you excited to possibly match up and just see? Or any player?
Really, I'll really say probably North Carolina. I mean, really any team, because Alabama, they hard schedules every year. Yeah. I mean, they're trying to uplift as a program. So playing the best teams always gonna benefit you at the end of the year. When you get those wins. Okay. So and it prepares you, for the end of the season as well. It really, I would say North Carolina though.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Yeah, they had Baycott, RJ Davis. They had a lot of talent. So just seeing those guys that you're seeing come up, being at the mid-major level or being at high school, just seeing those guys, it's kind of inspirational just to be on the same court as them. So I'm a humble guy. So I'll say whatever I need to. I don't really get fazed by anybody talking trash or whatever, but. That's probably what I'll say. Just seeing North Carolina, being on the court with them.
By any chance, I know the basketball world becomes a fraternity over time. Like some of the players that are in the NBA remember some of those players. Has that been the case for you so far? Like, have you seen anybody that you've come across from AAU or the JuCo era, and you kind of see them from afar, close, where they're growing in their basketball journey?
Yeah, I definitely see that at times. Not so much, at the JuCo level. I mean, a lot of people that I went to JuCo with, they're still in college and stuff. So, I haven't really, seen that necessarily. Only like football aspect.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but
I'm just curious about that. Want to know how that was. So, man, we're here at Alabama. We're going into your next year when you came back to Alabama. That now makes you a junior, redshirt junior. So now, as a redshirt junior, right? Things get intense. It gets different. You get in more assertive. You get more minutes. What was that like? And then tell us a little bit about that run, that you all have to man, I thought you was going to win it to the Final Four.
Yeah. I definitely, when I came back, I definitely, expected, it to be a big year, which it was, so, actually, all of our coaches, all of our assistant coaches, all actually got head coaching jobs at other spots. So we really was left with Coach Oates and and bringing in a whole new staff. And, I mean, he did a great job with that as well. I mean, there was great people. Brought Ryan Pannone in from the New Orleans Pelicans.
That's where he went. Okay.
Coach Murphy, I mean, he's one of the best recruiters in college basketball.
Okay.
So, I mean, he brought a lot of guys in. Austin Clonch, one of the best players coach. Like, they were all, great people. And, I mean, I definitely loved them as well. I mean, but, it was definitely a new environment, new style, that, Coach Oates was trying to, get to. And, it was pretty fun. It was still fun. He brought in a lot of good players. And we was a deep team once again, and I only want to say that, the first team, wasn't, because we definitely could make the Final Four, but, I feel like that first team, I mean, I just feel like we were different. I mean, we had a lot of dogs. I mean, and I feel like.
So you felt like the first year was better than the second year, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like
y'all some talent.
First year, we were talented. We were very talented, man. But you never know what you're gonna get into. I mean, we definitely matched up very well with teams in the tournament. So
Yeah.
that we proved a lot of people wrong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just going on that journey, just having
Dog. He's a dog.
yeah, just having that journey, it was pretty fun, man. We did a lot. I mean, we went on a team retreat. That's what really got us really bonded together.
Yeah.
Did a lot of obstacle courses.
Okay.
And we was in the river.
Your big ass be moving.
Oh no, I'm fast. I'm fast on my feet, man. I run about 22 miles per hour.
Okay.
I get up there, man.
Okay, you sing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get up, man.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't say all that. And I don't know about the
At the end of the day, we were just talking about coaches taking your cleats and you couldn't jump on the junior year. Now you running 22 miles per hour. Boy, you get the dude now.
Get up there.
You didn't light them hit you with some spurt.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely praise, Coach Henry Burrell. I mean, he got me, like with speed, with, just having my body feeling good, like all of that. Like he played a big role into that. So big ups to him for that. And I mean, I just feel like, I just kept continuing to grow, getting smarter, I just felt like, my job was to, help other people look as best as they can. Mark Sears, I wanted him to look the best as he can. Aaron Estrada, anybody. I just try to learn all of my teammates' roles and how can I help them be better. And that was the biggest thing for me. And a lot of people always ask, family would ask you like, why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? Like, you guys got to understand the environment you in, what setting, what the team needs. And I just felt like I gave everything that I needed to give.
The funny thing about that is the way things work. While you're building somebody else up and you're learning and you're being that type of person, to others you're being a leader to.
Yeah.
So it's like you're building them up, you're pushing, you're doing this, but to others you're a leader because one, they're like, why aren't you doing this and that? And then you have to be like, hey, it's a different. It's not what you think.
Yeah.
You don't have all the information, so you don't really know. But even with that, you're leading, you're telling them, you're showing, you're seeing it, right? Because they're supposed to do that for you, but they don't. People can't tell you what they don't know if they've never been in it.
Yeah.
A lot of us like to assume or like to think we know because we read a book or we watch it. But when you in the trenches, it's a whole nother world.
Yeah.
And you're in the trenches. So it's pretty dope, you know what I'm saying? Because that's leadership in a different way. It's not always being the loudest in the room, and it's not always, being a high score team. It's not always getting the accolades because, shoot, those guys know what you're doing for them and they respect it. You know what I'm saying? So that's huge too. So we're going into it. The things that you did, the coaches and the changes that they have made. So you're in the Final Four, y'all had a pretty good regular season. At what point did y'all know that y'all could get as far as y'all did? If not, try to win it all.
Well, actually, it was, kind of a struggle. We played Florida, the last game of, SEC play.
Yeah.
And we actually played them in the SEC tournament.
Yeah.
And we lost both of those games.
Real quick, Sindarius said that. When he went, he said that on the episode, he said the team that he was scared most of was Florida because y'all played them so many times and you get the field. So that's very interesting that y'all both said the same thing.
So, we beat them, the first time in regular season, and then the second time we played them in SEC, they literally kicked our ass. And I mean, that was a game we thought, we got to get shit together. We got to, we got to get right. We got to, make some changes and, go into the SEC tournament. And us doing the same thing again, it was like, damn, like, can we really do this? Like, but, it wasn't really a doubt in my mind. I just knew we had to, flip the switch, you know? So, I got in the locker room, we like, hey, bro, shit got to change. Like, we got to make some stuff.
Are you that guy in the locker room?
I speak up.
And that's good because some people go in there and not say what they need to say. Once again, hey, we may not be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Leave it on the line. Somebody speak up. Give some people some emotions. Get them fired up. Like you said, you're an energy guy.
I was, like, literally before, I don't know what game I started, but I just felt like we needed that different type of energy, and I'll just, try to bring that every game. Literally, like huddle the team up, and I'll have chance. I'll like just get everybody involved, and I feel like that played a big role until I pivot.
Gotcha.
So I mean, it was definitely learning experience. I learned a lot from us taking those losses, and it definitely helped us flip the switch for NCAA tournament time.
So when did you feel like y'all could make the run? I mean, after you get through the 64-32, at what point did you think, hey, we can really one, be better than the year before, and two, like, we got a shot. Like, as you're watching and y'all on the road, y'all are watching some of these games, and y'all and matter of fact, let's go into that. As a player, when you're watching these tournaments, and you come back home for a little bit before you have to hit back the road, are you like watching it as a player, like, yo, we could get them, or I want to see Zach Edey, or I want this, and that? Like, I would do, you know what I'm saying? Do you have those moments?
I wouldn't say necessarily. I'll just, I like preparing for any moment that might come to me. So, just being prepared and being proactive about what you might get into, what type of player you may play, like just things like that. Like, they really want to say, oh, I want to play this, or I want to play that. Like, you don't want to underestimate or put that in your mind to underestimate anybody. So it's just, just being prepared for any situation that come your way, honestly. I mean, a lot of people can think differently, but, I just feel like whoever you put in front of me, I'm gonna give him a fight. I'm gonna give him
a dog.
I'm a dog, so it's I might not, I wouldn't consider myself the best.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you a run for your money. So and I feel like I did that this year. I played two of the best bigs in the ACC. Armando Bacot and PJ Hall. And
I heard
that's those two guys are a handful. I mean. And of course, I didn't do it alone, but it takes a team effort to be successful at the end. So, it was just great having that experience, being on that stage, and winning. And when you win, you just feel like you can do anything. So, just making that run in general, man. Just getting to school, this first Elite Eight. I mean, it was amazing, man. And the Final Four, man, playing in a football stadium, like that was ridiculous, bro. Like it was so many celebrities, so many just just winning puts you in the right area.
Yeah,
whenever you need to be. So
winning cures everything sometimes, bro. Winning, like, that changes the game, man. And like I said, you got a taste of something. Once again, it's coming out of Seabrook.
Yeah,
something people ain't done. It ain't millions and millions of dollars yet, but experience, man, can't put a price on that. You know what I'm saying? Some kids dream just to get to the NCAA Final Four, right? There's so many levels to college, right?
Yeah.
And right now you're accomplishing that on your journey, bro. Like, and that's a blessing, bro. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Trey up there talking to Big J, and they looking out for you, bro.
Yeah.
You guy can't, like I say, can't let them down. So that's dope. So now you get to the Final Four. UConn was a monster.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a monster, dog. I kind of slept on them. But as I kind of say, damn.
Nah, that's a good team. Man. They got a great coach, so
yeah. They came and but before that, you had a monster as the Elite Eight. That's like, was your hair out that game? That was the Afro game.
My hair was out. My hair was out the whole tournament.
Okay, that was the Afrocentric game.
Yeah, I took it out of our first game against College of Charleston, and we played Grand Canyon, and then so on. So it probably was like this, and it shrunk.
Yeah.
So I mean, but it was a great experience for real, though, man. It was good. And playing UConn, in the Final Four, it was 4 great teams. NC State, you had Purdue and Zach Edey, you had UConn and us. Yeah, that's a great 4 teams.
Yeah.
So
dang, man, that was tough, man. What did you learn from that? Like, that experience in the Final Four, what did you learn from it? In the way of, where do you think y'all could have been a little bit better to beat UConn, or was it just not that night? It was just just poor execution here and there. What were they that solid?
They were. I feel like we upheld our like what we wanted to do for that game. It was just a lot. It was they were a good team. I mean, it was a few adjustments we could have made. I feel like we could have attacked them in a lot of areas where when the big guy came out, clinging,
come on.
I could stay in.
Yeah.
We was on like it was our plan was basically to take me out when he came out.
Yeah.
So that
to matchups.
Yeah. They try to match
leave
us up,
you in,
leave me in,
have him in there, come put the 1 or 2 guard on him, mismatch, create, have him on the island, make him work hard.
Yeah,
then you beat him up.
Not even that. Like when they sub out, when they sub out the 7-3 guy, leave me in. Let me do what I usually do.
Yeah.
You know? So it's hard scoring at the rim with a 7-3 guy that's known for defense. You know, so it was pretty tough. But it was a learning experience. It was a great experience, and I feel like everybody did what they could do. We prepared for the moment. I mean, we did what we could, and I mean we just fell short.
Yeah. Damn. I was rooting for you, dog. I was like, I know help. I was like, put on for the second. Get him. But man, so y'all go through that heartbreak had to been something, right? That was a long ride home. Do y'all get to stay to see the championship when you're in the Final Four, or when y'all lose, they send your ass back?
We left the next morning.
Damn, they didn't get to see the Final Four.
I wouldn't want to watch it.
Didn't want to watch it. Just wanted to get back home. Yeah. Damn, I didn't know. Could y'all stay? Do you know?
We probably could have, but
nobody wants to stay.
Yeah. That's
I get it.
You don't want to watch a team that just whoop your ass, though.
Yeah. That's crazy. You said you seen celebrity. Any celebrity crushes that you see? Anybody?
Oh, nah. I wasn't looking in the crowd too hard, but I seen a lot of I seen a couple people. I seen a lot of fans. My mom came, my uncle came, so it was their first time in Arizona as well. So it was pretty cool, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's dope. See how you you put in the work, and sometimes you get to bless others with it. You know what I'm saying? Being a part of who you are, never the big hit, but you're a person for the people. You know what I'm saying? A person for others. So maybe I think the path that you're on, man, it's God loves people like those. He loves people who don't want it all.
Yeah.
But because he knows they'll do right with it. You know what I'm saying? I really believe that everybody in the Bible, nobody really wanted the anointing. You know what I'm saying? They just had a great relationship with God, and they did right by it. They had their moments. We all have our moments, but they wasn't selfish. But to stay on it, so y'all get back, and you have decisions to make to come to stay in Alabama or leave. There were things that happened, obviously, down there in Alabama. What was it like for you at some points in Alabama? We had the highs of the journey and things like that, but at times, we've spoke before, not to go into details, but there were moments that you weren't comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That you felt like they were certain situations that was kind of isolating you and attacking you. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I definitely was, the leader of last year's team, and, I was definitely challenged in areas that I feel like I really, didn't need to be challenged in. Yeah. It's always room for growth, but, when you're trying to take that step forward and, the past keep coming up, that kind of, messes with your head. So, I wasn't, perfect. I mean, I made mistakes, but, as the journey go, you learn and you live. And I mean, I feel like that's what I did. And I always try to put my teammates first, and my teammates, was always first for me. Yeah. And so, I mean, put all that aside, we still went on that run. We still, made history for the school, even with all that going on.
And that's the crazy thing, right? We talked about the mental fortitude, right? Everything that looks sweet ain't sweet. Everything that look good ain't glitter. And they don't know, like the death of your brother, that you're battling some stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm not sure if mama knew or everybody else knew, but you understood the greater picture. And behind the scenes, you're going through some stuff. You was in an environment at some point you didn't feel welcome. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the team did. When you got, other voices and leaders that you're looking up to, maybe mentors that are supposed to be helping you in these ways, bringing up, trying to remind you of your past, not encouraging you, at least using the past to edify you, but it is not helpful. Mm-hmm. You're a young kid going through college already, coming out of small stuff. You got your own life. Yeah, you got mama, you got your own thing. The last thing I need is one of the people I'm supposed to be looking up to and my leaders, in my ear about God knows what they're saying to you, and you still, like, people got to see, man, you still got through it. You know what I'm saying? You still focused on the greater prize, man, and that's going to help you on the journey.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, man, it was all for my teammates, man. Like, you know, just want to do anything I could to help the team. You know, I was even playing through a hurt heel. Like, I had plantar fasciitis in my heel since August to the Final Four, and like it got worse and worse, you know, through the months. And I mean, I fought through that, fought through mental stuff, fought through, you know, just things that would throw the regular person off. Like, they couldn't do it. I mean, but I just, you know, I just had that mindset of, you know, I got to do what I got to do, you know, for my teammates.
So going into that journey, like I said, the mental fortitude of what you're able to get through, there's a lot to it. So you leave that scenario, that environment, and you make the decision to come back home. Did you have any other options that you wanted to go to before that? Before home?
It was actually out of here, or Kansas State.
Okay.
And Florida State.
Okay.
So,
So it's pretty easy after that. You didn't want to go back to SpongeBob world.
Nah, I mean, they NIL wise, I mean, they were offering me the most money, but I mean, I didn't want to, you know, take the money route. You know, I wanted to, you know, grind it out, do it for something that actually represents me.
Yeah.
And I feel like
NIL money. I don't know this part. I hear about it.
A lot of people say that, but man, it's more to that.
Yeah, I believe that.
Building your brand, and I know NIL comes with value too, and I feel like, you know, everybody, you know, making the same amount, like it's really no value. They're just throwing out money. So I didn't think that necessarily of that, because, you know, Jerome Tang, he's one of the best coaches in college basketball. You got, you know, Leonard Hamilton at Florida State. I mean, two great coaches, and, you know, I just felt like I needed a spot where, you know, they value me. They allow me to, you know, grow as a player, as a person, you know, find different aspects of my game, you know, and help me improve to be the NBA player that I want to be in. I felt like here was the perfect place, even though they wasn't offering me the most money. I didn't want to take money, you know, for you know, the end goal. So I feel like my money will be made, you know, within the next year.
Yes, that's it will, brother.
That's where I'm trying to go. I mean, it is, you know, it's still, you know, better than what I made at Bama. So, and I, you know, survived off of that, you know. So money can never determine how far somebody can go. So I didn't, you know, want to think off top, you know, money is the main thing.
Keep that mentality, bro.
Yeah.
Don't let money change you, bro.
Yeah.
You change money. Don't let money change you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't have 4 pockets full right now, but
you know what I'm saying?
I only got 2 field.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got enough money to get Chick-fil-A, Bojangles. You know what I'm saying? You're living good. You know what I'm saying? More money than most. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's a good mindset. You know what I'm saying? Some people see the bag and they run and don't beat the best situation. You know what I'm saying? Money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? And you got the confidence in yourself. You know what I'm saying? God willing, you just stay, everything just works itself out. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you'll be okay. And it'll come.
I say what really made me, you know, come home is that support. I've been away from home for a long time, and I feel like this last year I needed that support to help me, you know, push through this journey. And, you know, it's been really benefiting me. You know, I've been getting a lot better in practice. I mean, it's been really good, man.
That's something I noticed in all my podcast episodes, that word. And even in my journey when I went to prison, support, man. I don't think people really understand. What's that phrase? It takes a community.
It takes a village.
A village to raise, what is it? What is it? Camera guy, what is it? Somebody?
It takes a village to raise a child.
A village to raise a child. Thank you all. A village to raise a child. And I grew up with a big, on my dad's side for the most part, family reunions, cookouts, holding me accountable, right? When I was behind the wall, so many, it's just like basketball AAU, different people, right? Different walks of life, from Greenville, everything. And what I would notice was the people who had support was able to get through it better. You know what I'm saying? The people who had support had a least likely chance of coming back. Where the people who didn't, I listened to the conversation. I'll never forget this one dude who, from the Chuck, and we chopped it up and we would talk, and he straight up out his mouth said, Man, I know what I'm doing when I get back. I'm like, man, your mama ain't. My mama ain't there for me. My mama worried about herself. You know what I'm saying? She think putting food on the table in the house is enough. She gonna be out doing her own thing. You know what I'm saying? She don't show up my games. She don't show up to my basketball stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kids remember that stuff, man. And he said, man, I'm going back, man, I'm gonna give me a bigger pack. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're only 24, 23 at the time. And I'm like, what? Like, talking like, I'm not even thinking like this. I'm like, I'm getting out. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Yeah. But they didn't have no support system. They had no people come to visit them like that. No letters, getting it out the mud. And I look back outside of the grace of God, the blessing of support. You know what I'm saying? My mom, by far, was the greatest supporter in that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
my mama.
I feel like that's where I have my biggest struggles. Like, my mom came to the games, I had my best games.
Yeah,
every time.
yeah. Was your mom loud? My mom was loud. My mom was like, get up, it's close.
No, she ain't that loud, but she didn't say something. She needed to say something, but yeah, she's pretty, you know, she's good on the side. But that's definitely something I said I needed. I mean, it was just, you know, I had a lot of struggles up at Alabama, and, you know, I didn't have those people that I, you know, truly trust to, like, go and lean on for real. But besides my teammates and a few coaches, but, you know, I feel like I didn't have them family members up there to actually, you know, go have like a home warming meal. I have some coaches that you know, invite us to the house or whatever, but the home
ain't nothing like
different.
Ain't nothing like mama.
It's different. Yeah. So I definitely, you know, had to adjust to that. You know, I definitely held a lot of stuff in, you know, and that kind of led to stuff, you know, on the court, me making mistakes and stuff like that, just having stuff in my mental, plus, you know, other stuff that was, you know, coming in my ear and stuff like that. So it was things I had to, you know, adjust to, and I think, you know, making that decision to come home definitely, you know, levels everything out.
Man, I think
it's not even in the sense of like comfortability. It's just more of, you know, you
safe. You feel peace. You get the presence of love, man. Sometimes words can't describe it. You know, like, you know what you feel. You know how it feels to be right here, you know, and you've done enough where it shows that you're capable of being away from home, you know. So, you know, take it in, take both of it. And that being away from home has made you stronger.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know, and you know you can be away from home and hold it down. Right now, revitalize, re-energize yourself for this great run you're about to take this city on. So now that you're here, what do you intend to bring here that it may be missing? Definitely what you learned from these two Alabama runs, playing with Javon and Brad Miller and these guys, something they may have not seen. What kind of leader, what kind of voice you gonna be, what kind of person you gonna be here?
Really, I say, you know, just stay the same for real, like, you know, but bring more. So, you know, I still want to be that leader, bring that leadership aspect to my teammates, being the older guy on the team. You know, just being definitely more vocal, bringing in a lot of energy, teaching them things that they may not know, finding other ways for them to score, just making things easy, you know, and having us mesh, you know, because we already got it, you know, personality-wise, off the court. We hang out a lot, we talk a lot, we make a lot of jokes. Like, that's something that I like bringing to a team, because that brings that, you know, it brings comfortability to all of us, and once you got that, it's just, you know, it's just here and there on the court. You just got to understand who you can talk to and how you can talk to them, and just learning your teammates and their, you know, what their normal, like what they're used to, pretty much. So, you know, even if that's, you know, bringing the dog out of somebody, even if that's teaching this guy how to do a certain thing, cutting off a curl, or reading screens or setting screens, like just little things. All little things play a big role into how successful you can be as a team. Once you put all that together, then you got a great team. You don't even have to have big name guys. It's not even about that. It's about all the little things that you do and what you bring individually.
Miami Heat. That's my team.
Miami Heat and New Orleans Pelicans, that's two teams that I look at, because I feel like those are two teams that doesn't really have a flashy big player, but it's a lot of guys that came from D3s or small schools, or dogs. They are dogs, bro. They are guys that go get it. Like, they adjust to any role that's put in front of them, and they go get it. And that's
down in Miami. Get the dog. Bro, he needs to be with some dogs. You know what I'm saying? Some wagger dogs. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. What is the expectation you set for the stand-up? Now, this is what we talked about. We bring this one out. We talked about this on the plane. What's the standard? Bring it. You bring it. You know what I'm saying? Sin told me in the last podcast, he said, we legends already. We went to the Final Four. Bar high.
Mm-hmm.
Anything less, you ain't better than the 2016 team. What we doing, bro? I think y'all can do some magic stuff.
We have the talent to do it.
Asia done set the bar high. The women's basketball team.
Yeah.
Like, pressure, man. Y'all can do better than the men's football team. That's a statement.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, we got a lot of. There's gonna be a lot that we got to work on to eventually get to that point. But I feel like we have the talent, we have the coaches, we have the support to get all of it done.
Yeah.
And it's gonna start at game 1 on November 4th. Like we're gonna have to show the world what we're capable of, and we're gonna have to make the most of it.
I need double doubles.
Yeah, for sure.
Shaq, I'm gonna beat you to it, Shaq. I need double doubles. I need double doubles to come here as a big man saying you like this. 15 and 8. Yeah, those are good. But if you want to be elite and pro and be a superstar, I need double doubles. I'm saying, bro, like, I see one guy said 3 rebounds. Ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? You maybe need to go run up that hill a little bit more to work on your conditioning, your legs, get you some icy hot, get you some Bengay, make sure your knees, all that stuff is taken care of. Because, man, I think you're going to be on a ride this year where you're going to see what it's like to somewhat carry a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I never really, been
and it's not like you're trying to, but
since like high school, and I still don't look at it like that. I feel like a team is built by a lot of different leaders on the team, whether it's you being vocal, whether it's you doing the right things all the time, whether it's you just diving on the floor, doing the hard work, the blue collar stuff. Like that's, that makes a team. It's not one leader on the team. It should never be one leader on the team. You want to, pass that to everybody in the gym. So I feel like that's where it starts with me, and I feel like I want to, spread that to the rest of my teammates and allow them to grow with me.
Yeah. So I don't expect to see you too much when the season starts. I think you'll be focused and locked in based on the conversation, which is okay. Once the season starts, man, you're on that path. This is it. You know what I'm saying? This is it, man. It's you got bigger goals, bigger things to set your mind on, but you're humble enough to stay in the present.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to be huge for you moving forward, man. That's going to be huge. Outstanding player of the year. We claiming it in the name. We claiming
one of my goals. I really don't make, individual goals for myself, but I definitely want to,
it's okay.
become an all SEC player.
That's okay. It's okay. It's okay to set a bar for yourself.
Yeah.
It's okay. Doesn't make you arrogant. We know you're humble. But and that's dope, bro. And like I said, man, I just listened to everything. You still got a lot of life left by the grace of God. You got a collegiate career. Moving forward, man, I just had a few questions that I did want to ask you. Let me ask you, if you had somebody come check out your game, or when you get to the next level, because you will get to the next level by the grace of God, what celebrity crush we out here that we feeling right now? You know what I'm saying?
Celebrity crush, I don't know.
Singer,
actress. I don't know. I really don't have like celebrity crushes for
you
real.
don't like nobody, yo.
I just feel like they done seen too much, did too much. It ain't for me. I need something that ain't never been through nothing. They ain't never seen nothing. They ain't never did nothing, so I can be the first to do it. And then they gonna get more with me.
Bro, I said that the other day to myself. I said, man, you know what? But that's a good head on your shoulder because, shoot, Tim Tebow didn't get married until he was like 30. Yeah, they saying all that. I ain't going that route. But, Tim Tebow stayed a virgin for a minute. His wife is beautiful, but he got everything he could have asked for. God showed out. His life is great. We don't have a celebrity crush. They out here in the streets too much. You know what I'm saying? They're living their life. They've got too much money, so they can do whatever the hell they want. So there is no morals, no standards. So we don't have a celebrity crush. All right. Correct. But who would you say, maybe you want to be like? I would like to see you be like KD.
I mean, of course, but at this rate right now, I want to say I can get there, but That's the player that I would look up to as well. But I would say like Giannis, like Bam.
Okay.
I would say Evan Turner,
Okay.
like the guys like that, like guys. Yeah,
he was
yeah.
solid.
I just really want to be a great role player for a team that that needs somebody like me, energetic, athletic, can rebound it, can run, be able to make spot up shots, mid range, post up. Like I'm able to do all of that. Yeah. So I think whatever team needs me to do that,
you'd be great in Golden State.
I feel like I can adjust to any team. That's one thing about me. Like, adapting to things is really easy to me. Like
you can say my correct answer. I'm not going to the league. I think you would be great.
You're going to one of the fastest playing teams in college basketball to one of the slowest teams in college basketball. Yeah, which is benefit me, can help me help this team play a little faster, us be solid on defense, and they were actually one of the best defensive teams last year as well. So it's going to be great, just to see the transition and how I, adapt and help this team.
That's dope. I didn't even realize that's that. Fastest and slowing. That's interesting. Well, you asked us like, what type of team would you play for? Well, that's not team. You want to be a game or team freelance?
Really? I mean, like you said, like Golden State, that would be like a perfect scenario for me. I probably could average like 5 to 6 assists just by being on that team, just making it easy. Curry would definitely value a player like me.
Yeah, double easy.
At heart, I would say a team like New Orleans Pelicans.
Draymond would respect you.
Draymond,
he would.
Yeah,
he would. He'll try you.
Oh, I wouldn't even.
Yeah, but he'll respect you because you gotta. No. Because I know how we breed it. He would love you.
Yeah,
he would love you, y'all. And they need somebody who really wants to play big. Knock down the mid range.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go block, dive, play with it. Oh man.
Yeah, man. I feel like I can help a lot of teams.
Damn, Curry, put on for the Carolinas, man. Carolinas. God, man. Oh man. And then I want to ask you, what is something you would change in the world?
What I would want to change is definitely, it's a lot of young kids that grow up with not much, and especially from a city like mine, it's a lot of violence, there's a lot of things going on. So what I would want to do is, help, build some type of foundation or something to help with kids that don't have things to do, that got a lot of time on their hands, that get into bad things. Like just help bad areas that really need help, honestly, and fun folks that need it. I see a lot of homeless people around as well, like maybe doing like drives for them and stuff like that. But I really want to know like how people get in those certain situations as well. Like, because people can start off, with a lot and then, end up, on the street. But how? How they do that?
How? Right? That's a great insight. Nobody wants to know the how or the why. Yeah, not everyone is a mental basket case or whatever, but sometimes you make poor life decisions.
For me,
and then I've said poor life decisions, or not having the mental fortitude or not having support. So then how can we, do things to help regulate that? Because that'll help clean the streets up and probably help people be more in the restaurant business, and our society could thrive a little bit better.
Yeah, I think kids just need to be more involved in things. Like I think people get caught up in the social media life and try to be somebody they're not. So I think that kind of hurts society a little bit, and I feel like it's a lot that can change by just taking a step forward.
Living in a society that lacks identity. Yeah. We forgot to shout out the apparel that we have here real quick.
Yeah, this is
you want to let everybody know who you're supporting, embossing.
Yeah, man, this is Playing for Keeps. It's from my boy Chance. That's Club PST, my cousin Maury Pringle.
Okay.
That's Day by Day. Hey, she gonna blow up, man. She gonna blow up. All of them gonna blow up, actually.
But you like this one though.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing, Dead Dead by Dez.
Is that it right here?
Oh, that's Day by Day. This 4 different brands.
Okay.
I
like
brand,
that one.
Yeah, I like branding people. Like I don't wear too much designer. I don't, I just try to, stay out of the way, support my people, and I got literally my closet is full of, people I support. So
Man,
that's what I do.
Coming up, man. You
yeah.
We're gonna have to what do they have an Instagram?
Oh yeah, all of them got an Instagram. We'll put them down there.
Yeah, we'll shout them out. We'll make sure everybody get all that stuff and a link to both support. You know what I'm saying? He's already ambassador now. I like that one. I like that.
Oh yeah,
that's fly. Yeah, that's fly.
Dez on Dez.
Yeah. So you already supporting with that part of that trait.
Yeah.
So going back to what I was saying, man, you've been blessed to create an identity in a world that lacks identity.
Mm-hmm.
You shaped yourself and you went through a lot of struggles. A lot of us have been through struggles. This is what this podcast is about, to share your story that people can relate and hopefully be inspired and to hear what you have to say and say, wow, man, like, it's possible not everybody's 6'8", 6'9", but you had a growth spurt, right? Yeah. There's things that you did, a lot of sleep, you know what I'm saying, stretching probably at those points that I try to tell the kids, get some sleep and stretch. You want to grow. But, you was able to shape your own identity. You was able to figure yourself out at such a young age in a world. The fact that you said, no, I don't want this type of woman, there is no crush, because that says a lot about you as a man, as a character, that there are going to be women that they're going to line up for you because of your mental. You're a good looking young man. You have a lot of poise. You're very smart and intelligent. You know what I'm saying? I've got to meet you and know you outside of this. So, they're only getting a snippet. You got a lot of love for your family. Yeah. You got a great ingredients, you know what I'm saying? And if you stay, like you said, take your own advice and your own words, stay focused on the prize, everything gonna come. I used to hear that from all the greats. They said, man, if you focus on what you really want to do, everything else will come.
Yeah, I believe that for sure.
So you keep doing that, bro, and stay true to yourself, bro. Stay true to yourself. Be okay to change and adapt, but you know who to listen to. But even the ones that you don't like or the circumstances that you don't like, you face those scenarios. They're gonna get tougher, but you got the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And at the end of the day, you got an outlet too. You know what I'm saying? You got family and support system and people who are going to encourage you. And so, man, I just want to say thank you, man. I appreciate everything you told us, man, and being open and hoping that this helps some people out there, however it is, to pursue their journey. Close it up, man. Who would you say, who were you before and who you are now, and who do you want to become?
I'll definitely say, I was pretty much the same guy, but, it takes, some mistakes, some fuck ups, it takes a lot to change as a person. I mean, you don't want to change who you are naturally, but you gotta adjust to, certain things, that come your way. And I feel like I had to do a lot of that, these past 3 years, 4 years, and I mean, it made me the man I am today, and I'm very appreciative of it. It's been a great journey, and I mean, it ain't over yet. It's just getting started for real. So, I'm definitely, excited to see what's next. Yeah. And we're gonna continue to grow day by day and make it happen.
There you go. That's what's up, man. There you go, champion.
Yeah.
There you go, all over you, man. I want tickets.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that was yet another episode, man. That concludes our episode here today at Journey to Purpose, man. That was my guest, Nick Pringle, man. Once again, man, we appreciate all those who are subscribing and liking these things, and all those who are supporting this podcast, man. At the end of the day, this is a story for these people here to share to the world, to let people know that they're here bold, they're making it, they're on their path, they're focused on what they want to do, and hopefully to inspire others, man, that to take these testimonies, take these stories, learn from their experience. It says wisdom can be attained from our own experience, but a wise man learns from the experiences of others. So we appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode. You all have a good one.
That's old man legs right there. That's old man legs.